Yo, what's going on? Mike from Mike Talk Sports. Despite the Kansas City Chiefs having a very successful start to the NFL season, it is blatantly obvious that they need better receivers as they just scored 19 points against the Denver Broncos, and that receiving core for Patrick Mahomes continues to struggle. While Rashee Rice looks good early on into his NFL career, he is still a bit of an unknown as he's very inexperienced. And then looking at Sky Moore, Kadarius Toney, MVS, and Justin Watson, not only are they guys who have never proven to be productive receivers in their entire career, but they are not to be trusted at this point as they continue to struggle for the Chiefs. Andy Reid has never been to a Super Bowl, even with his time with the Eagles, on a roster in which does not have a former 1,000-yard receiver on it. And of course, this current Chiefs team does not have a single receiver that has done so thus far into their NFL career. And I do not envision a single player on the Chiefs outside of Travis Kelce hitting that 1,000-yard mark this season. And once the playoffs come along, you need that reliable target for Patrick Mahomes to go to outside of Travis Kelce. Now, Andy Reid really does have a history of undervaluing the wide receiver position. Andy Reid has coached two top 10 skill sets at the wide receiver position in the history of the NFL, two Hall of Fame caliber receivers in the smack dab middle of their prime, and he let them walk for absolutely nothing. I'm of course talking about Terrell Owens and Tyreek Hill. Not only this, but Andy Reid has been a head coach for 25 years, and he's only drafted two receivers in the first round of the NFL draft, one of which being Freddie Mitchell, who was an absolute bust with the Eagles outside of one exciting play, and then Jeremy Maclin, though Jeremy Maclin was a solid receiver, certainly did not live up to expectations. So Andy Reid really needs to stop being stubborn and get Patrick Mahomes a good wide receiver. So without further ado, let's get into four names I could see the Chiefs trading for at the trade deadline. And now some of my qualifications for these guys being traded: one, they're on a bad team; two, they are a former 1,000-yard receiver; three, they are a savvy veteran who can learn the playbook quickly; and overall, I believe they would be a culture fit. Number one is going to be DeAndre Hopkins on the 2-4 Tennessee Titans. He just signed a 2-year, $26 million deal this offseason, and we know for a fact at this point that DeAndre Hopkins' trade value is extremely low, as the Cardinals tried to trade him and really got nothing in return for him. So it is a good thing for the Chiefs that they know for a fact DeAndre Hopkins has a very low asking price. Not only this, but the Titans are in a complete rebuild at this point. Ryan Tannehill looks absolutely washed, and the Titans at this point want to give Will Levis and or Malik Willis a shot at the starting quarterback position. Not only this, but they do want to see Treylon Burks as their number one wide receiver to see if that first round draft pick was actually worth it. And of course, breaking down DeAndre Hopkins now, he's a former 6-time 1,000-yard receiver, and he's still very good at 31 years old. He's someone the Chiefs absolutely should have signed during the offseason, as DeAndre Hopkins did not have that many teams interested in him. He still has a great catch radius, which makes him a very secure target for Patrick Mahomes. He has phenomenal hands. Overall, his route running is still very good, specifically against zone defense. He'll consistently be able to gash those zone defenses, finding the soft spot in the zone, and even in man coverage, if he can't separate like he used to, I completely get it, but those jump ball 50-50 skills are absolutely still there from DeAndre Hopkins. This would be a phenomenal trade for the Chiefs to make, and in my opinion, this puts them over the top as clear Super Bowl favorites. Number two on my list is going to be Darnell Mooney of the 1-5 Chicago Bears. Darnell Mooney is currently on the last year of his rookie deal, making his trade value quite low considering he really is on a 1-year rental. And despite having a significant amount of hype going into his season last year, he had a very disappointing season last year, and this year he is a complete afterthought on the Chicago Bears, only averaging 25 yards a game. As the Chicago Bears continue to rebuild, he clearly is not a part in this rebuild. They are not going to give him a long-term deal. They love what they have out of DJ Moore and Cole Kmet, and they're going to be looking for that second wide receiver to pair with DJ Moore, potentially in the NFL draft. And for the Kansas City Chiefs, not only do I like this move because you don't have to give up a lot to get Darnell Mooney, but he more or less is a good version of what you have wanted out of Sky Moore. Guys, Sky Moore absolutely sucks. And again, Darnell Mooney is a good version of Sky Moore. Darnell Mooney has some sneaky size to him at 5'11". Not only this, but he's an absolute burner, running a 4.38 40-yard dash time. Now, I completely get it. His ball skills aren't great, and overall, his hands and route running have been somewhat questionable, especially this season, but he is a former 1,000-yard receiver in 2021, and overall, he's had absolutely atrocious quarterback play. So in my opinion, if they get Darnell Mooney on the roster a month into him being there and really learning that playbook, he could be exactly what they've wanted to hit on out of that Sky Moore, out of the Kadarius Toney, out of that McCole Hardman-esque build. In my opinion, Darnell Mooney is significantly better than all three of those players I just named. Number 3 on my list is going to be Adam Thielen of the 0-6 Carolina Panthers. Now, Adam Thielen is having an absolute monster season this year. 85 yards per game, which is tied for a career high. Of course, he is a former 2-time 1,000-yard receiver, and he's overall a touchdown animal in his career. He is currently signed through 2025, and he has a base salary of $4 million, which really is not much for the Kansas City Chiefs. And overall, the Carolina Panthers really do need to get a look at DJ Chark at this point, Jonathan Mingo, Laviska Shenault, and Terrence Marshall Jr. They need to know if they have a single player worth keeping on the roster long-term for Bryce Young. And of course, Adam Thielen just does not fit the timeline of Bryce Young, as Adam Thielen is quite old. Now, it would leave a significant hole at wide receiver for the Panthers, and overall, it would absolutely put an end to their season, but they're already 0-6. They're already not making the playoffs this year. And for the Chiefs, I absolutely love the fit. Now, is Adam Thielen this explosive target? No, he's not. But what the Chiefs need right now is some consistency out of their wide receiver. And Adam Thielen is the model of consistency. Still has phenomenal hands. Is he getting open in man coverage consistently? Not necessarily, but he's still a great route runner who really can run any route in the route tree. He's a great culture fit with the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a very good and willing blocker as well. And similar to the savvy vet that is DeAndre Hopkins, Adam Thielen is still absolutely carving up zone defenses. Now, if the Kansas City Chiefs can't trade for the 3 guys I already named in the video, Andy Reid needs to say screw it. Let's call Bill Belichick and let's give them a 7th round pick for Juju Smith-Schuster of the 1-5 New England Patriots. The Patriots are completely done this season. Not only are they completely done, but they are completely done with Juju Smith-Schuster. Not only did Bill Belichick never like Juju Smith-Schuster, but he really has not gotten anything going thus far in his New England Patriot career, and it seems as though he's already a complete afterthought in this offense. Now, he did just sign a 3-year, $25 million deal, and it does not end until the end of 2025, and overall, he is battling with a knee injury that is a bit suspect, and this certainly is not ideal, but of course, he was the best receiver on the Chiefs last year, and the Chiefs, of course, won a Super Bowl. He had over 900 yards on that Super Bowl winning team for the Chiefs, and overall, he was a much more consistent target for Patrick Mahomes than anyone they have at the wide receiver position at the moment. Again, trading for Juju Smith-Schuster certainly is not ideal, but he is a former 1,000-yard receiver that does know the system like the back of his hand at this point. Thanks for watching today's video of Mike Talk Sports. Let me know in the comment section below, do you agree with my take that the Kansas City Chiefs and Andy Reid need to stop being so stubborn and just trade for a wide receiver for Patrick Mahomes? And overall, do you agree with some of the names I have on this list? And if you have a guy in the comment section below that you thought I left out on today's video, let me know in the comment section below. I want to avoid guys like Jerry Jeudy and some other unproven guys who would be a bit more expensive. I wanted cheap, savvy veterans who have actually had a history of succeeding at the NFL level and are not projects in any which way. Again, thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, smack that like and hit subscribe.